Hello, good morning and welcome to Rob and Suzi's allotment adventure part 15. It's Sunday the 18th of February. Been quite a while since the last post, but not really a lot you can do on an allotment this through the winter. But now we're getting a few glimmers of spring. It's quite warm here in the UK, about 12 degrees at the moment, which is unseasonably warm, but it's still wet. We had a hell of a lot of rain last night, so I can't really get on the soil as such, but there's a few jobs I can do. Just have a quick walk down and see. I've done a little bit over the last few weeks. We'll show you what we've done, what we're about to do. A little walk down the plot. First off, the pear tree is going to be lightly pruned in a few minutes. See, these branches here are crossing over, so that there will need to come out. I think the thing I've been researching on YouTube and Facebook is to keep horizontal branches, but these vertical ones, that's probably going to have to come out. These sort of ones here, these verticals, are not good because you get them too high up and then you can't reach the fruit to harvest them. It's these crossing over branches like these ones, if it'll zoom, I don't know if it's focused, these sort of ones that are rubbing against each other, these are not good. So we've got a few to these sort of things that one rubs against the other and then just knocks the buds off. So that one there will probably come out, and then these are the ones where you get the fruits, the horizontal ones where you get the good stuff. Things like this one, that's going across, that one will come out there probably, and then this bud it'll shoot the energy will come out through this one hopefully, and then this one will go, and it'll just basically to keep horizontal branches. But got a bit of thinning out. If you've seen the last video, I've got rid of a lot of the dead foliage, cut down these, get rid of these. I've had a bit of a burning session, get rid of the old wood stuff. The pond has been tidied up a bit, again got rid of some of the dead foliage, but I'm hoping that we're going to maybe see some frogs or frog spawn soon. It's sort of getting to that time of year. But there is some things in there, little water boatmen and bits and bobs. You can see I've cut back the old stuff. I think the wildlife area is probably going to end where those tin sheets are. Now I've got a full year to get my beds dug over. We might be getting rid of the herb area because I've got a herb garden at home. It was just already here, but I think that might come out. Not a lot going down here. That's my burning bin that I burnt all the dry stuff in. And if you can remember the last one, we'd had a storm and we lost a panel out of the greenhouse. Well, we had another storm which wasn't as strong, but it come from a slightly different direction, and it's upped my Brassica cage, which was over there covering over my brassicas. It ended up in front of nearly where that polytunnel is over there. It seemed to up itself and roll a couple of times and basically destroyed itself. See all the brackets here, it's ripped them all out, and I need to take this meshing off, take it to work. Luckily I'm a plater welder, so that's not a big job to rebuild that, but it has done quite a lot of damage. It's even broken that, ripped it off there, so it needs a strip down and a rebuild. hey ho, could be worse. You can start to see some signs of spring. The rhubarb is starting to come. That one's a better one to look at. I've put stakes in the ground to show where they're coming up so that I don't accidentally tread on them when I'm taking the mesh off the Brassica cage and various things. The goji berry bushes are starting to bud like mad, but the death nail have been sung on that one. They're coming out today, hopefully. Again, where the stakes are where the rhubarb is. You can see this on the floor. This is potash that I was given. Sprinkled it on last night before the rain, and that's got washed in, so that'll start feeding the roots. This flowering cherry tree, this is getting dug up today. That's one of the main jobs, get that out, and then I can see what room I've got left in this area to put some more raspberry canes. There's a local guy's got some raspberry canes for sale, so once I've dug that out I can have a measure up, see what I've got. The bed here, I've taken the old grow bags that I had growing my peppers and tomatoes out of the greenhouse, so I've spread them on this bed because this seems to be the lightest bed on here. This is where I grew my carrots and onions last year, and I'm going to grow carrots and onions again. I'm going to keep lightening this area because carrots like as light a soil as possible, and hopefully my carrots will keep getting better and better if I keep using the same bed. I know it's not ideal, you're supposed to do crop rotations, but as long as I don't get a disease on here I'll keep using it, I think, because it seems to be pretty good for growing carrots, which is not ideal conditions really. I've taken a lot of the raked a lot of the foliage off the top of the strawberries, try and air the place, and I don't know whether to dig a load of the plants out this year, and because I didn't get a brilliant crop last year, I don't know whether to dig some out and like put half of it to new plants or a third of it, maybe do a 3-year rotation, which is what one of my neighbours does, because I think you get the first year they grow quite well but don't fruit, the second year is the best year, and then the third year they start putting runners out, so, and then they don't crop as well. So I think if I do it on a third of a plot each year, then I'll have should have a good yield on a lot of it, I hope, if that makes sense. It does to me. Right, here we have what was somebody's chicken coop run thing, so I went and bought that, and it's loads of good timber, loads of meshing, chicken wire. There's some really good joists there, which I think I got for a decent price. And that's going to be the cage over the top of my soft fruits, my raspberries, gooseberries, I think there's blueberries in there from last year, and I lost everything to the birds because I didn't get a net on in time. And here I've got my potting table in, which goes in, as you can see, it's like made to measure, got an inch to spare. Sorry for the noisy motorbike in the background. That's the bare cucumber frame, if you can remember from last year. That's staying where it is because it's cable tied to the frame. There'll be some more compost going in the top, and I'll put some chicken manure pellets in there and some blood meal and some feed Rather than try and dig all that compost out, I'll fertilise what's in there. And I'm not growing decking boards, they're in there to dry out, ready for staining, treating when I finally get around to finishing my path. So there, I knew there was some rain coming, so they were all over there on that pile, which now looks sorry for itself. So they're in there to dry out. Give them a couple of weeks, dry them out, get up here when it's dry and stain them, some wood treatment of some description, hopefully that's not going to poison the soil and me. So that's about it, a little catch up. So today's jobs are ripping out the goji berry bushes and the flowering cherry tree, because we don't think we can eat the cherries, so it's a bit pointless having them really. They look nice, but they only look nice for about a week, and then the blossom just blows everywhere, makes a mess. So I'm afraid one of them's definitely going. The other one we might do a bit more research and see if we can actually eat the cherries. If it's going to be inside the soft fruit cage, so we might see if we can keep the cherries and eat them. I don't know how we can see if they're edible, but we'll do something. Right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share to your friends and family, and we'll catch you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.